Giants Stadium here in Las Vegas. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Las Vegas Raiders.
Is set to kick off.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
And trying to figure out which play to run, and just lost track, and it cost him.
Watson to give. This is Johnson. And that is the kind of tackling they want to. See all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out.
Down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 17 at the 18-yard line.
A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. Here's Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Raiders take over first.
Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this. It's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL. But I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
No, you don't want to emulate a turnover.
Marked down. That is
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From his goal line here, Watson. Forced out to his left. And he'll let one go deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 34. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 41, Watson being chased out left. He'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st and 10.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47. Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. Going for Howard, but the pass intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. From the 2, here's 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Smith. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Rod Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are going to take a first quarter lead. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC.
Chiefs 7, Raiders 0.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it.
25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern a little bit. Whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. It's putting the game in jeopardy.
25 yards there on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
They'll get this out wide to Metcalf. That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From just shy of midfield, Watson. He'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Vegas. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They go quickly here out to Moore. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line. And that's where the return stops.
You hear me laughing laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
McKinnon, the ball carrier. The stop by Marcus Davenport. It's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Chiefs 7, Raiders 0.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. This is White on the screen. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Now punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. Taylor now returning it. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
At the 29-yard line.
From the 29, Watson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. DK Metcalf. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
At 7. Matt Gay set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Back at the 33-yard line.
Shotgun now for Wentz. This is Johnson. He's got it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. His first catch there. Good for 10 yards and a first down.
And a first down, Chiefs.
Wentz now on first down. Trying for the tight end. Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
After the interception, here's Watson. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
DJ Ward.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Michael Kendricks.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They give to Taylor out of the gun. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle.
Ball carrier.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Faking the give. Now Watson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off inside the 10. Then he'll take it all the way out near the 30-yard line. 1:53 remaining in this first half of play. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
16 yards.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Wentz. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Chiefs.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Looking for White on the deep ball. On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guy. Will get the football back.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late 2nd quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, a bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space, because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You've got to try and get a first down and run out this first half.
Dancing to his left. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this will be caught at the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. DK Metcalf in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders have taken the lead. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the line. locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
So time it up for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The Super Bowl champs trailing here, but they will get the ball first to begin quarter number 3. Certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
13 yards. And a first down.
On first down, McKinnon again. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
A gain of 15.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Odell Beckham, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
Ties the game at 14. Matt Bosher.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it.
25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Jeffrey Simmons.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's got his target. That's more. A gain of 22.
For Las Vegas. 1st and 10.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Had the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays, they've moved it a combined 33 yards.
19-yard line.
So with a yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get? All right, 300. That means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball if your team wins. So much confidence flowing through him right now, throwing the football. I think it's permeated itself throughout the entire team. They feel good about what they're doing.
His throw caught at the 5. And take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. O.J. Howard, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have moved out in front. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
They run it with McKinnon. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack, and I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one, but occasionally the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly, maybe someone tipped it off, but on that play, it had no chance.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
And it's 3rd.
Throwing now is Wentz. Screenplay, McKinnon. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down.
It's a gain.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. They worked very well there for a 1st down.
And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They run once more with McKinnon. And he's going to be close to a 1st down as he gets this to the Raiders' 42.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Kansas City.
So after the run by McKinnon, here's 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. The tackle there by Brian Poole.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On play action, it's Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Working from the gun, Wentz. And that will be incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Raiders with a lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. From the 27, Watson. Throw left side complete. That's more. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down. Probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11 at the 41.
At the 41-yard line.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Buying time was left. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
From the 40 now on 2nd down, Watson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards the pickup there.
17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. The Raiders on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw, Watson. He's caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Solomon Thomas in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they can.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Able to convert on 3rd and 14, a terrific play call.
First down, Chiefs.
And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, it's Wentz. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Ryan Poole that time there to get a hand on it.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Play action. Now Wentz. There's the right side here. Complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Raiders are going to win the football game. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
Throwing now, Watson. My goodness, another interception. Baker with a pick. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
A gain of 20.
Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing his Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown. But probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. He'll look to throw. And he will get into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game. So with 13 on the clock, it's time for an onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hand seam. And that should just about put a camera on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Buda Baker there on the coverage.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He finds Smith out of the backfield. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Now Watson. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over.
Score, Raiders.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow. And for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour. And something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for Las Vegas, it's a rare victory for